Hi everyone, Kate from MakingSenseMatter.com, and today I'm going to set up our budget for the week of February 4th to February 10th. And today is currently January 28th, so I'm filming this a little early. I want to start by just looking through our cash envelopes and receipts from the previous week. Normally I do this and I clean out my wallet beforehand, but we had other things going on over the weekend and I didn't quite get to it. So I'm just going to go through it now and do it now. Why not? So I take the envelopes and the receipts and the cash out of my wallet, and I'm just going to kind of flip through them real quick and see what all is left. The envelopes that are kind of off to the side there are mainly like sinking funds, like school lunch money for the kids. There's a pet folder, there's a clothing folder, a fun money folder or envelope. And the ones that were in my wallet that I'm currently going through are the ones that I use the most. And so I'm just going through them. I kind of divvy out where the categories go, but you see I have two piles of money here that aren't divvied out, and so I'm going to go through my receipts here and try to figure out where they all go. I was on a time crunch last week when I was out getting groceries, and my wallet became a mess. And so that's done. These envelopes here, this one is really bugging me. I took a 20 out of it and swapped it for smaller bills. So I'm going to swap them out. I'm going to put them in properly so it's not this big bulge anymore. And then stack all the folders back up, the envelopes all back up, and put them with my wallet. Next, I'm going to actually go through the receipts now. Now here I'm looking at all the receipts, and some of these I know right away it was cash, just based on where it is. And some of them I know right away it was fuel, just based on where it was. So these receipts off to the right were all spent in cash. I don't need to reconcile them. All I'm going to do is put them off to the side so that I can snap them with Receipt Hog, and then I just throw them out unless it's something I know that I need as a return. And then I'm going to take these two receipts and I'm going to look and see, did I actually write them down? You see that fuel receipt I did, but this one I did not. And so since it was a debit expense, I'm going to write it down under other expenses. What happened was I wound up buying our son some new shoes. His shoes had completely fallen apart. He needed new shoes, and it wasn't really planned. And so now I'm just going through and kind of seeing what's left over for the remainder of the month. So the balance down there at the bottom on Wednesday, I subtract what was spent on Thursday, and it was only cash envelopes. And then Friday is costumes for dance for my kids, as well as a tap session that two of them are taking. And then I subtract out shoes, and then what's left over at the end of the week. We didn't do any spending on Sunday at all, so it's the same that goes over. Then I take that amount and I put it at the top of Monday. This is getting a lot easier now that we're paid monthly, but I also noticed it's a little bit more stressful to keep track of. So here at the bottom, I'm showing you that there's some medical expenses that I wrote checks for. And at the top, it's going to come in from our medical sinking fund. And then I'm going to go through and I'm going to mark what days we didn't spend money on. And here on Saturday, I realized that it wasn't anything that was, it was spending that didn't relate to my no spend goals, but it was money we really didn't need to spend anyways. And so I'm just marking that, yeah, we wound up spending money that wasn't budgeted, and this is what we spent the money on. And then we're going to get to the purpose of this video, and that is to set up the budget for the week of February 4th to February 10th. And I like to use Post-it notes here as just little placeholders. That way I don't miss a bill that's due. Sometimes I miss one spare one, especially when the week is very bill heavy like this one. Then as I usually do, I divide the top row into two, income and savings, and then I highlight down at the bottom where the remainder goes. I'm going to grab a couple boxes from this Colorful Boxes sticker book. It just needs to serve a purpose. It just needs to serve as a label. I could probably do it without these, but I kind of like having them there as like kind of like a header, you know, kind of catches your eye rather than kind of getting lost in the rest of the stuff. I'm also going to take one of these bigger labels and mark off to the side here cash envelopes. I just keep a tally on the side for what our cash envelopes will be for the week. And I can't forget to grab a sticker for down here at the bottom. I'm going to go through and marking what each of these categories are. So at the top is income, and then savings, any expenses like our bills, and then any other expenses, so fuel, medical bills, prescriptions, things where I use the debit card and I just need to keep track of it. Then I'm going to grab this budget sticker book. I had a couple of them. I just combined them all into one. That way I wasn't searching for multiple stickers over multiple books. And still going with the pink, like with the monthly layout. I'm not a huge fan of pink. I don't know. So I'm trying to find some gray and some purple, just other kind of like, you know, Valentine's colors that aren't overly pink. I might be struggling by the end of this month. I'm gonna have to figure out something else to do. Trying to figure out where to put this sticker. It's bugging me. And I don't like the placement of those two pink stickers right next to each other. So I'm going to put it off to the side. I'm going to use it to mark the one that's on Saturday. I'm also going to use this account balances sticker just to note the current balance in our sinking funds. I only use it for 4 sinking funds, our non-monthly bills, medical, gifting, and our company truck. And I do put money into these sinking funds each and every month, but again, like with the medical, I pull from it if we have a copay. And so I need to just not only keep track that we're hitting that overall goal for what goes into the sinking fund, but also what our current balance in there is. This week I had a $124 bill come due for my daughter's sleep study, and we had enough in that account. It just tells me that yes, I can cover this. And I'm sorry, I didn't realize that my camera had stopped recording for some reason. I just filled in the amounts of some of the bills and then marked how much cash I'm taking out that current week. I also filled in what cash envelopes I would normally fill each week and crossed off the ones that do not need filled this particular week. That way it's a reminder to me that it wasn't forgotten, it wasn't a forgotten category, it was just a not needed category. And I still haven't decided if I'm going to stick to taking out cash weekly or if I should do it monthly. I should say semi-monthly. Since we don't have a physical location of our bank near us, I do use an ATM, but because I use an ATM, I'm limited on how much I can take out each day. I don't think it's anything major, but I don't know if I want to take out cash in a few increments for the whole month or just take a set amount out each week and fill it slowly like I'm used to. What do you do? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. And finally, I'm just decorating a little bit with some floral stickers. There is 10 inches of snow outside, and so I need a little bit of spring in my life right now. It is frigid, cold, and snowy. So I just need a little bit of cheerfulness in my life. And you can see there's a couple bills there that I didn't write in yet. Those are the bills that are variable. I'm gonna go in later and write them in with pencil. I just didn't pull my pencil out yet. Currently, I'm looking for a quote. Dream it and do it. I like that. And I want to use that. So I'm going to put it off to the side. But I want to see if there's another one here that I could use. And so that does it with me for this budget with me. If you like this video, please let me know by clicking that like button. If you want to see more videos like this one, if you want to see more of my videos, please click that subscribe button. If you have any questions about how I budget or our budgeting in general, let me know in the comments below. And until then, see you next time.